Hi, I'm Artificial Fire Tiger. I've been producing music for many years, and one of the biggest revolutions in the music production industry today is using AI tools. So I'm going to present a roundup of some of the tools I've found, and we're going to review them. We're going to check them for usability, audio quality, what type of inputs you can put into them, whether you can upload your music to them and get the AI to then extend those tunes. So stick around if you want to see a review of some of the best AI tools in music production around. Okay, first of all we're going to take a look at Beethoven, or Beethoven, I guess it's a bit of a play on words, and we're going to drop our prompt straight into here because this is the landing page that we see as soon as we've registered and logged in, which is free. So, deep house of the female vocal in the key of D minor, composed track, and it's off doing its pieces. Okay, it looks like it's creating 4 tracks. We've got the option to edit the prompt, which isn't available, I guess, until the tracks have been created. Timing, that's 10:00. Okay, that took approximately 30 seconds for the first one to appear, and I guess you can play this immediately. Initial impressions, it's not mixed particularly well. It's quite muddy in texture. No sign of any vocals at all, so I guess Beethoven doesn't do vocals. Let's see what the next one is that's come up. Oh, does vocals, I lied. So it's got some random kind of vocals going on, not particularly lyrics of any description. Mixed quality is obviously the same as the previous one. Let's check this one. Let's see if it's... So it's about 1 minute each of these. And let's check this one. So it's come up with a variety of different ones. Let's see what options there are. You've got an option to download, let's check that. And we're straight into the upsell. So why am I in the upsell? Don't know. You have to upgrade or buy minutes to download the tracks with a license. Because we're only looking at the free tiers, I'm not going to do that. And that's generally it so far. There doesn't seem to be any other tools or options within here. Let's just check if I've got my projects. So I still have my projects, so I can go back and edit them. I can rename them. Can I extend them or edit the prompt? There's very little options to do anything apart from click to compose music. Okay, so that is, unless I'm missing something, there's not a lot of flexibility on actually separating stems or doing anything with the music in terms of clever prompting. There's no options to put any lyrics in, so my overall rating for this is probably a 5 out of 10, but I'll put the marks in the different sections later. Okay, we're taking a look at WAV tool. So as soon as you've registered and logged in, this is what you get. It wants to control and program my MIDI devices apparently. So okay, let's allow that. Wonder what that will do. And which describes you. I would say I'm a producer, so we'll go with this. What did you hear about? I don't know. Google search probably. I'm just going to get in great music. I don't want to answer a lot of questions. Okay, quick start, compose with AI or play with your keyboard, loops and samples and so on. So what have we got in here, because we're looking at AI. So we've got a bit of a DAW going on. My instrument track is ready. Okay, this potentially could be quite an interesting tool. Depends what the AI pieces are like. Your track is ready to go. Try using the composer section to the left of the screen to enter or actively write music. Okay, so okay, looks like it's got some MIDI generation stuff going on. Let's just see by playing. There's nothing there at the moment, so what can it do? Okay, So as you hover here, I don't know why these ones are grayed out. Let's regenerate, see what that does. Okay, so it's doing some chords. Okay, and it's got some drums potentially. I don't know what these other options are here. Okay, so that is generating drums, but they're not going to be on a drum track particularly. Okay, so this is not for a beginner, this tool. It's okay, so the Composer AI does MIDI stuff. Browse, let's see what else this has got. Okay, that's what we were talking about, generating audio and generating audio loop, which is the Pro, which I guess is going to be a paid option. So here's all your upsell points here. You've got other stuff happening, transform, do extraction of audio, convert to MIDI, all potentially useful, but you can get these tools elsewhere. I'm going to click here just to see what the option is, and it's up to start free trial for 2 weeks, blah 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 blah. Use AI to generate an audio loop. Whether that's vocal or not, I don't know. I don't want to start a free trial, so they're not giving me the option to try this. I'll just check the pricing quickly. 14 days free and $24, blah 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 blah. So I won't be signing up for this one because I've already got a DAW and I can generate lots of MIDI, so why would I want to use WAV tool? I can't check what they're generating. Let's just see if I can even export. I can download, I can get the track out potentially. I've got WAV selections, multi-track, might be potentially in, and we're back to being priced out again. So I'm going to give this an overall rating of 2. We're now going to look at Mubert, and this is what the landing page looks like. So let's make a track now. Let's see what this does. So we go in here and we've got an option to type our prompt in here. So we will get our prompt that we were using. And we will just generate 45 seconds, click generate here. And let's see what happens here. So while we're waiting for that to cook, we'll just have a quick explore around the different genres. Let's play, see what's that. In fact, we should the sound is not too bad. It's quite well mixed, so we should actually be looking at house because that's what we're comparing.
Mubert.
So let's play one of these tracks in here. And let's just check on the status of our generated track. It's still going, so it's 30 seconds in. So
Mubert.
it puts it an annoying Mubert sample over as a watermark. That particular one we're looking to sounding right now isn't the greatest sound mix wise. There's a few distorted elements within it. Let's continue to wait for our rendering. Just check a few more of these other choices in here. Let's see a way to just pause these. I'll be in the play button here. And we're still waiting a good minute in, and we still haven't got any music. There's an option to search by reference. We'll check that out while we are waiting. And you can place a YouTube link in here. And so I'll choose one of my videos and see if that will reference that. Just going to choose one of the tracks.
Taille à Manchon Parkside à 59,99 €. Dès jeudi en exclusivité chez Lidl et toujours à...
Goodbye. Let's get our link placed in here, which is that one, and do a search. Okay, so it's off to download that video. Scoop it up and use it as a reference. So my initial impression so far is it's not particularly fast. Okay, yeah, it's downloaded my video and it's put a whole bunch of tracks here. There's no way these are just being generated. So let's just play this. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if that bears any resemblance to this. Let's just play this in comparison. So quite a deep house kind of chilled track. Some vocals coming. Let's see, do these even compare? Might be in the same vibe, might be in the same tempo, potentially similar sounding. Let's go check our generated track. And we've still got nothing. So, I mean, nobody wants to be sitting around for this length of time to get your generated track from a simple text prompt. I'll just check what's in this My Downloads. Potentially that is the one I generated yesterday, because this one is still not here. So let's just go with the one that I generated yesterday. Can we do anything with this? Extend it, edit it, you can delete it, rename it. That one button does. So that was a download. It's downloaded a PDF, which I'm going to open. I've got no idea what is inside the PDF. A license certificate from Mubert apparently, so no idea what that is all about. Guessing that means that you created that track and then you have a download option. Tell us where you want to publish. It's not letting me download anything. And you can publish to various places, which I'm assuming, well, let's choose other and see if we can actually download this. Download perhaps. Channel added successfully. Okay, add to my downloads. I don't know what this button means. Copy to clipboard. Add to my downloads, which I'm already in the downloads. So it doesn't seem to be an easy way to get your music. Oh, maybe this one. Let's see what's in this one. Already in downloads. So export options don't really exist, and there doesn't seem to be a way of editing. So I'm going to give Mubert a total of 3 out of 10. it managed to generate something, but you can't do much with it. Next up is Loudly, and we're going to take a look at what they can do. We're on the landing page now, and we'll go straight to the text to music section and use the prompt that we're using across all the AI tools, which is not that one because that's the website. Let me go grab it. There's our deep house prompt. We'll just click generate with all the same parameters. Hit with an advert up to 7 minutes long. Cool. So it's pulled up 3 different things straight away. 30 seconds worth, very fast in generating it. So let's check out what this sounds like. The overall mix is quite nice. The elements are quite clear. It's not too muddy. Let's just check the next generation. Musically not the greatest, but certainly usable material. So what we'll do is we'll go straight into the studio. Let's see what the options are. You can download that straight away. You can add it to your library or copy the link. So let's check the download. You can start downloading. So they hit it with an advert before you can download anything. Let's go inside their studio and see what options are in here. So there's our track that we're working on, and you've got some basic mixing options, a filter, probably distortion, distortion of some sort, some sort of low end piece, get some heavy reverb piece, some sort of compressor, and let's see if we can change anything in here. We've got a tempo option. Can we adjust it? We can adjust the different tempo. Let's apply that, see how quick that is. Fairly quick, so we're now on one. Same song, different. Let's change the energy. Let's go for low energy and apply that one. And those look like the only options you have around inputting or influencing what the track is going to sound like. And let's see if there's any other choices. Let's go into the AA generate music section again, and so there was not a lot of options around inputting. You can put some basic prompts in, you can select genres and a few options. What was this generator? Let's take a quick look at this one. So this is, I guess, where you don't enter text and you just select various genres. So let's just follow our logic through and say, okay, we've got the choice around the instruments. Let's see what that is. Okay, maybe we could just do drums, which might be drums and bass, which might be interesting. So turn these off. And let's see, there's a genre blend. Not sure what that is, so we won't have that. We've got the energy choice. We've got some structural options. Could be interesting in terms of, okay, so it's going to build different sections potentially. We've got an option to put in a tempo, so 125, and we have an option to put in a key. So let's put in our key, which is D minor, and generate our track. In terms of making choices here, there's no other options particularly, but if this deep house D minor, you've got a selection of speed. Yeah, we had a tempo option, which I guess defaulted to something, 125. Okay, that seems to be blank. This has got some vocals from somewhere. Even though I selected just drums and bass, vocals has come through. That sounds fairly interesting as a starting point. And let's just check the final iteration. That's pretty much doing what we told it to do here, drums and bass. Now this could be useful for production, music production engineers, or music producers rather, because we can just choose a few elements. And now when we take this over to the studio, we didn't have the options to change those instruments out, which would have been quite a cool feature. So let's just do one more generation and change what instruments we want and just do vocals by itself. Now this could be very useful in terms of if you're just looking for vocals for a track in D minor. Let's see if this is going to work. Let's see what we've got. Got some sort of vocals, but you've got no influence around the lyrics per se. Okay, let's see what this one is. Is that her saying D minor, potentially? Maybe not. Who knows? Demand for tomorrow. I don't think she's saying D minor. So you can potentially get some vocals to use. Got no influence around the lyrics on it. Be interesting to see how it changes if it's a different genre. Well, okay, so the genre's mainly in the electronic sphere. Let's just try a rock, pop rock, and just do some drums. You see we've lost, no, potentially lost our vocals. No, we haven't. We can put them in. Let's do drums and vocals, D minor, pop rock, and see what we get. So as a tool for generating ideas, I think this is fairly interesting and it's fairly quick.
And this is the day.
Let's see what this one. It's got the same lyrics as that one, different drum. But you don't know influence around the lyrics, unfortunately. And let's just go back to our original genre, D minor, and just have a little more play with leaving the percussion in, bass and keys, and asking it to do a guitar. So run this. I like the fact it's very quick, so you can do a lot of iterations and play with elements. So we've got a guitar, got a sign of keys or bass or okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that this is actually in D minor. So I'll fire up the door in the background. And let's see if we can just pull that down. Okay, this is the problem. We can't get our track out of here. You can start that. I don't want to upgrade. So we kind of, it's decided to put it in the library. Let's see if we can download from the library. Download track. It's pushing me. It's not going to let me download a track. So let's just check. You can get one download per month on the free plan with standard MP3 quality, and then obviously you're into the tiers there. So, the only way I can check that this is indeed in D minor. I don't know why I've lost my... Okay, that was the guitar one. Yeah. And it's lost the metadata to telling me potentially... Let's just take this over to the studio. Has it kept the metadata with it? 120, I thought it was 125. So we've lost exactly what that was, which is slightly unfortunate. And I'll just fire up a keyboard and just check that we're in D minor. In terms of marks, I would give this product probably 6, potentially 7, if it's in D minor. Playing through the speakers, but let's just quickly check that it is indeed in D minor by playing the D minor notes. It's actually in D major, so got that wrong, but at least it's the root note is in D. So overall, I'll give this product loudly a 7 out of 10. Let's check out Sounddraw. Why is my audio sounding so odd? I've got it coming through the headphones. Okay, let's check out Sounddraw. This is the landing page, and we have what options do we have for inputting stuff. So let's just go to this Create Music button or link, and we can choose a genre. So we're going to be choosing house, and it's generating music straight away. There doesn't seem to be... Oh, okay, so there's some other stuff around moods, a theme, a length, a tempo. So we'll... Okay, so you're restricted to a range of tempos, and we will go with that tempo. And we've got choices around what instruments it will generate, so let's just see what this sounds like. Overall, the mix is fairly good. It sounds okay, the elements are okay. It's told me what chords it's generated, which could be potentially useful. And you've got some options around changing intensity levels. Let's just check out the stopness. Let's check this one. So it's generated several things with various keys going on. Now there wasn't an option, as far as I can work out, up here to change the key. Can we do it when we've generated something? It looks potentially like we can. Let's see what that does. Okay, so E, C minor, let's play that. So in the key of E, I guess. Okay, so we can move it potentially up 2 semitones from the original key it was generated in. And we'll back down again. So if we choose this one, for example, let's go in here, we can adjust the key up or down by a certain amount of elements. We can choose which instruments are in. Let's just play let's just go with drums. I'm not entirely sure why there's 3 sections. With drums and some backing. So we've got options to make them quiet, which I'm assuming is off. So we've just got the drums. And we could just do the bass by itself. You can build up probably quite an interesting track with different sections. See what other options are under the volume. So you can adjust the volume for each of the instruments. BPM, you've got a range. You can't shift it from 125 to 127, for example. So you're kind of limited there, and you can increase the length, adding more sections in. And let's see what kind of export options there are. So say we've done this, I want to pull this in to work with it somewhere else. What can I do? It's not entirely so there's some options here. I can save it, download it, create similar, or share it. Let's try our download. And it's asking me what am I going to use it for. I'm just going to say this, and we're straight into you need to pay before you download this. So that's Sounddraw's model. You can create a bunch of stuff, but then you can't download it to use easily. Let's create, so let's just, well, okay, so let's create from this one. So none of my options around D minor have worked because I can't put in anything around what key I want to work in. So if I was going to try and do something, that one seems to have more options. I don't know how this is working at all. It's got more options around the key. And if I was to generate something similar, let's see what happens there. Taking those prompts potentially and moving them over to here to generate more options, none of which were in the same key. And display this one, and there doesn't seem to be any vocal options at all. So potentially for creating background music with no vocals, this could work fairly well. So I'm going to give it an overall rating of about 7 out of 10. Taking a look at Udio, the AI music generator, and let's go straight into our create options. I didn't put anything, I just clicked create. Now let's go to the home page and go to create. It's probably because I've used this tool before that it's off creating stuff. I didn't make any suggestions, it must have just randomly chosen something. So there's an option here to upload, and you can't make, let's start again. Okay, so we're now looking at Udio, the AI music generator, and we're on the create page of the landing page. And there's an option here to potentially upload an audio file, but you can't do it. Okay, so it's only available for subscribers. So because we're comparing the free tier, we haven't got any options to upload music. So compared to Sono, which I just reviewed earlier in this video, this, in the free tier at least, isn't as good a product. So we're going to put our prompt in, which is our deep house with a female vocal, into here, and we're just going to go with whatever it creates, and we're not going to choose any genres here. Let's see what it comes up with. Checking how long it takes to generate. So it's decided electronic dance music based on what I've put here and not additional suggestions here. So we're waiting for that to cook along, and it's doing 32-second clips. You can increase your credits, create a longer 2-minute 10 clip. Suno generates a longer clip straight away. Don't know what the credit balance difference would be. It's going to do auto-generated lyrics. And let's just check out what the advanced features are in here. So we've got prompt strength. So this is all related to how much influence our text prompting comes in with. There is no options to put audio up, so let's see what we've created. Check it in. So it's created some notes. Check it in. It's in D minor. Just picked up D minor. A lot of jangly guitars, and let's just check. It's in a D minor harmonic, so it's also picked up definitely the root, which is good. So let's see what options we have around adjusting these tracks and downloading them. So if we go into our product, there's our description, etc. We're going to create option to in paint and extend, copy the seed, various things here. We have an option to share. Let's see if we can just download this. It has an option for stems, which is also not in the free tier. So potentially just bring that down and you split your stems with another tool. I have checked this because I used the expensive. I have used this and okay. Let's check what options there are around downloading. So we'll click here and there's an option to download and generate a video, which will just produce an image and the actual video, which is potentially useful if you want to distribute quickly onto YouTube and so on. You have an option to download an MP3 or WAV. WAV doesn't work unless you're on the paid for product, and the stems don't work unless you're on the paid for product. So you can just download the MP3 and then do your own separations and so on in your own product. So what other options have we got around editing this? Let's try clicking edit. We can change the name. It's got tags. Actually, it's just basically taken our prompts and adjusted them slightly. We can change the cover and so forth. Now we can also extend these. Let's just see what happens if we go into extend, and we can add in additional sections in front or behind to create this into a longer track. As there's no options to upload audio directly into Udio unless you're on the non-free product, I'm going to give this an overall rating of 9 out of 10. Investigating Suno.com, the AI music generator, and let's place our text prompt in here with no parameters and see what it generates. So we're just going to put our lyric, actually that's the lyric section. So to be fair, we need to put the style of music as deep house, female vocal, D minor. Let's go with that and see what it comes up. We'll let it generate lyrics if it wants. see how fast it is to generate. Fairly quick, within 10 seconds it's generated something. So we'll play this. So overall the mix is okay, it seems quite sedated. The elements themselves aren't crystal clear within it. Let's just try the second one. Got a very good deep house sound straight away, with some vocals at the top. Fairly reasonable effort. Let's go inside of this one and see what options there are to download, extend, etc. So we can copy the song link. We can download it. It seems to be still generating here. We've got an option to extend, which is blurring. I don't know what that is. So let's click extend and see what happens. Extend from 0 to 0. So it's put this back into our prompt over here, and we can potentially extend our song again. Let's get some lyrics. So let's let it generate some lyrics here. Create some lyrics there, and let's just extend it one more. Maybe move this. Start from 8 seconds in. I'm not entirely sure why I can't extend that. So the other option here is you can upload your audio and extend something. So let's see how good this works with my wonderful singing voice. Let's record. Da 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 da. An awesome melody, which is obviously going to be a hit everywhere. Upload that file. The audio is too short, right? You're going to have to be subjected to me singing longer than, I'm afraid. And we'll do that again. So we need 6 seconds worth. Ba 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 ba. So a very odd melody, and a bit of music on the back. Sorry, a bit of rapping or spoken voice on the back. So we'll upload that file, longer than 6 seconds, and we'll see what happens. Checking my copyrighted works. Interesting. Generating an image. Oh, fine, it's created an image, so we continue with that, and what will happen now? So there's our uploaded masterpiece. Ba, 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 ba. And I'm assuming we can now extend that, so let's have a look, bringing in our style. And it's going to take it from 8 seconds in, and we'll let it write some lyrics. And let's see how it matches up with the obviously in key melody that I created. Not sure which key it is. Probably D sharp and a half minor. So let's click extend. So we've got Dancing in the Rain. Let's check this.
Puddles on the ground, splashing all around.
It's followed the melody fairly closely, I think.
Pavement, joy in containment.
And let's check our other iteration.
Puddles on the ground, splashing all around.
It's a better singer than me, so this could be potentially a useful tool for singing your stuff and generating a different voice. It's going into some interesting.
Let go of all the pain.
That is awesome. I can see that being used in adverts
In the
everywhere.
droplets we are.
Okay, so let us just change the style of music because we want to be in the deep house genre, because that's how we're checking everything is interesting and works well. So speed of generation is fairly quick. You've got these input options to upload audio and do stuff. So potentially we can upload melodies straight from our DAW, which I will try in a moment. So while that's generating, I will knock up a quick, oh, it's already generated. We'll come back to that because I just wanted to create a simple melody with some chords in D minor and see how we go. Let's just get something better than that going. I'm going to turn up might take me a while to just create something. Let's just change our instrument quickly. Okay, we'll record just a quick chord progression. This earlier. I didn't need to bore you with creating this wonderful chord progression. So we'll quickly export that out as a loop to upload to Suno. Type it on our desktop as Untitled Wave. Back to Suno and let's just clear. We can take, in fact we'll kind of listen to our vocal version and then we'll see how it performs with an instrumented version.
Puddles on the ground, splashing all around. Puddles on the ground, splashing all around.
Nice if it, I mean, very interesting the fact that I'm not a very good singer and it's probably tidied up the tuning of my voice and created that. Let's just check what it sounds like a bit further in.
We're dancing in the rain.
Let's now do an instrumental piece where we upload our file that we just knocked up from our DAW. Load audio, taking our WAV file that we created. So it's just processing the uploaded audio, generating an image. I'm not sure why we need this generated image, but it could be potentially processing in the back while it's doing that. Hopefully it is, because that would be an improved user flow. So now we've got our uploaded audio, we can extend that. There it is. And it's decided to go for 15 seconds. I'm not sure how it's determined that. And we're going to say we want a deep house from our chord progressions. So as a usable tool, this is looking very interesting in terms of if you wanted to create reference material and send it up and collaborate with an AI. It's chasing the piano. It's still in pitch. very interesting tool in terms of changing things up a little bit. I mean, let's just change this to rock and just see what we get now using the same reference and progression. Let's check what we get here. Solos and got lyrics, but yeah, let's get some lyrics on top of our. I know we're digressing because we're supposed to be checking just deep house, but I think that's a pretty incredible thing for it to be able to do, and it's nigh on. It's a pretty. I don't know what other generations are waiting to finish, so it's a weird error. But I'll leave it there and say that this tool 9.8. Well, we'll give it a 10 because this has got some really interesting stuff to play with from a producer's point of view and a musician's point of view.